Hello, welcome back as we continue taking a look at the Sabian degrees of astrology. There are 360 of them. We are taking a look at 2 each day. Today we're on Sagittarius and Gemini 8. I look at the opposite degrees on the wheel because each one, actually, they're both in play on this day. So even though today's Sag 8, it's also the energy of Gemini 8 is at work. When I follow social media, I have repeatedly seen that the symbols and the imagery, the psychology of that degree are just as much in play as Sagittarius 8 is. I thank you guys so much for being here, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Without further ado, let's begin with Gemini 8 today. Aroused strikers surround a factory. A man performing a strange, expressive dance only by moving his hands. A chandelier which holds lit candles. The factory machines all stop for a moment. A celestial choir is heard. A full moon brightens the Arctic night. The stone is dark, smoky quartz, and this information will be in the description, the name, if you want to take a look at it. It helps transform you, pushing you into new life directions. It is good for grounding and letting go and surrendering, those type of words. It speaks to the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakras. It helps those who have a wandering mind, makes you feel more level-headed. It gives you drive and determination, therefore helping you bring in your dreams and desires into reality. It helps you put your needs first. So if you're one that takes care of everybody else and you're the last on the list, this might be a good stone for you. Therefore, a strong manifestation tool. This degree is the light in the darkness. So that implies two things. Number one, you're a healer. You might heal with your hands. You might do Reiki. You might be a massage therapist. You might do sign language. You may be very expressive in your communication style. You may activate people or do long distance healings, but do it with your hands. So the hands are incredibly powerful with this particular degree. And patience and attracting people who, for whatever reason, are not moving forward. They feel stuck. If this is strong for you, you are the light in the darkness. Being the light in the darkness can mean that you're constantly in the dark, that you attract people who need rescuing, are so patient and so giving and so loving and so healing that you don't know when to say no. So the stone talking about putting our needs first is speaking to us very strongly. So if this degree is strong for you, you may want to meditate on smoky quartz. You might want to have one on your person. So hands that give and receive in a healing way, feeling the flow coming in them and out of them, in them and out of them. It is coming from source. So this person, we all have the ability to allow source to come through us, come through the hands, go into someone else, go into ourselves. Abundant healing abilities here. An ability to find whatever is needed in the moment and it just comes to you. That can be through the mind, you know, a thought, oh, this is what I need to fix this, or whatever it is. The ability to be aided through universal oneness is at hand here. So it's a beautiful degree. But I think it definitely comes with a warning that if you're the light in the darkness, you're in the darkness, and you don't want to get stuck in that muck. And the way you do that is to keep a positive attitude and also to make sure that you're taking care of your needs first. That's not a selfish thing to say, not to this person. Just being around others, just the way you are, the way we are on this particular degree, we help others feel inspired to make changes in their life that they just didn't think were possible, but just being around you gives them hope sees in the dark, sees the light, the chandelier, you're the person wearing the chandelier with the lights, and they find their way out of the darkness through you. So I believe this is a strong healer. The revolt part of it, strikers on revolt, where if you've been giving too much, this is where you're going to say enough already. Okay, you might, so if you do fit this picture, you know, if these shoes fit, and today you're unusually quote unquote crabby or more curt with people, take a look, say, you know, am I doing enough for myself? Am I taking care of me? Because if you don't take care, this is the cliche that we all hear, but this is ground zero for it. Where if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. So if you are feeling irritated today, this might be why. Take a look and say, how do I need to take care of myself better? What priorities do I need to put first before I do anything else? That way I can be present and I can love my family the way I want to, but also take care of myself at the same time. I think that is key on this particular degree. Leave a comment if this one is strong for you, if you have experience with it, if you've had a dream about it. Let's take a look at Sagittarius. 8, Sagittarius, deep within the depths of Earth, new elements are being formed. Experts arguing over the authenticity of a painting. Frustrated in their search for higher consciousness, people pursue novelty everywhere in the world. Opals splintering and releasing their colors. The harsh landscape of the moon with a black sky. The earth is not visible. The stone for Sagittarius is Mahogany, Obsidian, and this information will be in the description. It relieves pain, improves circulation. It helps those suffering depression or addiction. It helps you reconnect to your higher self. It speaks to the solar plexus, the sacral, and the root chakra. So both of these stones are centered on those 3 areas, which is interesting. It increases sense of touch, gives protection, it gives grounding, it removes energy blockages, it encourages expression, creativity, and passion. Here there's an awareness of things being born within, and it can be blockages like a tumor. It could be, you know, discomfort, dis-ease in a body. And this person is aware of that. So this is a healing degree to notice those things. And here we're being reminded that it's psychic gestation. So when we take in information and we have strong emotions about it, the thought combined with the emotions creates changes within. They can be positive and they can be negative. And it is strong here. There's a strong possibility it could definitely be negative. But also strong possibility that you're the healer, you're the light that takes care of these things. So this is someone who is very aware of blockages within people's bodies. So again, a Reiki healer, long distance healing, healing through words, you know, using your typewriter and healing through words. A healer. Gestation is the process or period of developing inside between conception and birth. If you're going to notice things, if you're going to be a psychic detective, that's what I would call this person, is a psychic detective. They pick up on feelings. They pick up on if you have something going on in your body, they're going to feel it. They're going to know, oh, you better get that checked out. They're going to be that kind of person that they just know things. Usually Sagittarius is very positive. They're always forward looking. They're always, you know, up looking, cheerleader type personality. Here, negativity is going to be possibly all around them, testing them. And the way through is to be the playful detective. If you see negativity, don't look at it so critically. Do your best not to have such an emotional response. because the emotional response connected to the psychic awareness of something creates a chain reaction for the good or the bad. When I was reading Walter Russell way back, that's on my channel if any of you are interested. Here's a link. It's back when I used to color my hair, so, you know, fair warning, it's me, but I'm in Technicolor. So Walter Russell talked about the fact that when the body takes cues, it's like, are we having cues to be life affirming? Then you're going in that direction. If we give it cues to be sick or to be dead, or, you know, where it's time to die, the body kicks into gear, and it does it easily either way. It's like, it's a chain reaction that starts. So if we know that, we need to be, you know, we always hear this, but it is very important to be mindful of your reactions to things. If something is so distasteful, you know, you may want to try to avoid it. You can't avoid all of it. Do your best to let it pass by and not have such a strong emotional reaction to it. Do your best to enjoy life and enjoy the fact that you have the ability to know these things, and so you center yourself. I am very sensitive to energy personally. Leave a comment if you are. And when I catch myself either having some discomfort in my body, or, you know, if something affects me really strongly, I will stop, and I will do it at night before I go to bed. I will do it in the morning before I wake up and, you know, hit the floor, but also throughout the day if I need to, where I just tell myself my body is at peace. I feel whole. My DNA constantly is ever repairing. I am healthy. I have financial abundance. I give freely. I receive freely. Those types of things. And the body hears that. It takes those cues and it responds. Now there's a gestation period, so this is where we're aware of it. So if you may be aware that if something affects you strongly emotionally, you may feel a little twinge in your body, one way or another, positive or negative, and this is where we have awareness of it. So awareness is the key to making changes. So this is where it may start. It'll take time to come to fruition, but awareness helps us make changes. Delving deep into learning the nature of reality is very high on the priority of this person. An openness to new ideas and a genius for uncovering truths, new ways of doing things, secrets of the universe, because they're intent on knowing these things, and they just have a genius for figuring things out that otherwise most people wouldn't see. And then you turn your attention on that, and you're going down that road. So somebody who's very, very curious, wants to know how things work. And whether something is real or not, the experts arguing over the authenticity of a painting, it really doesn't matter. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? You know, did you get some disease because you had your thoughts, or did something else happen first? Was it hereditary? Does it really matter? If you're aware that it's there, your awareness can be focused on it to where you can help it dissolve, help it go away. Everything is a two-lane highway with the energy flow, but here we can say, is something real or not? If it's in the subtle body, eventually it'll become in the physical body. So yeah, you know, you may not be able to quote unquote see it right now, but having it in your subtle, in your mind, and then in your subtle body, the aura, then it becomes manifest. It may take time. So we have the ability to clear those things up. The Louise Hay book that's behind me, that I know you guys can see in this frame, just being aware of the fact that there is a connection between what we think and what can form in the body is very powerful. And we're reminded of it here, that if our minds can form it, our minds can take it away. Not taking things so seriously is helpful. A light, appreciative approach to life, and not constant, you're going to be around some darkness, but step lightly in your emotions, in your words, and float like a butterfly. Don't let people get their claws in you to the point where they suck the life out of you, quote unquote, because it could happen here. It could definitely happen. Awareness that comes to us that can wake us up and change the way we behave. And it can be for positive and negative, but if you suddenly become aware, when this person is around me, I feel really drained, or I don't even know. Leave a comment if you've got an example of this, but this degree's awareness, a lot of awareness here, can help you make positive life changes. The harsh landscape of the moon, the earth is not visible. We're on the dark side of the moon. We're in the land of the hidden emotion. So this is deep stuff. This is deep stuff that is sometimes scary or uncomfortable to see, but look at it lightly. Don't ignore it, because it's your spiritual self, your higher self, wanting to point things out to you, and you pay attention to it and you make adjustments. You may not understand immediately what adjustments to make, but awareness here is what's called for. Be aware of it and do it in a light way. So that's what I have for you today. I thank you so very much for being here, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And until next time, take care.